And it's live. Hey guys, Gogsy here, and welcome to another edition of Pass the Mic. Today we are covering Aberdeen versus Rangers. It is the second time that they've met at Pittodrie this season. The first was our first ever official episode of Pass the Mic, in which it finished 1-0 Rangers, and that was one of the most successful shows that we've done. So here's hoping we can have a repeat today of hopefully what's going to be a very exciting show. And today we've been joined by Stevie. How's it going, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm looking forward to this. It'll be a good game. I think the last game at Pittodrie between the two sides, the one that you just mentioned there, I don't think either side played their best on that day. So here's hoping that we can see the best of both sides today.
And let's hope that there's more than one goal today, because we can really do with it. Because as long as it's a free-flowing attacking game, that's all we sort of live for, isn't it?
Yep. Just as the neutrals, but nah. I just think Rangers will be too strong. I know you like me to get these predictions in early, so think it'll be Rangers 3, Aberdeen 1.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to go with 2 each.
You think Aberdeen will get a point today? Oh, possible. But
possible. And I'm going to get laughed at, because whenever I make a prediction of Rangers not to win a game, I get laughed at.
I will. I really, really hope that they don't drop points today for the sake that we've got them next week. And you know what happens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. David Hiddy says hello. Luke, hello, Sean, Nige, Danny, Sufyan, Captain Dandy, sort of usual, the usuals in the chat. Hello, Joseph. Good to see everyone saying hello, communicating in the chat. Afternoon, Stilly. Hello, it's your nephew. And Caitlin Gunn says 3-0 Rangers. Sheriff says 1-0 Rangers. Ryan Jack score a scabby deflected goal from edge of the box. Missing Jack and Arfield is a worry for me. Midfield lacking a bit of bite. Now that could be an interesting thing. That's one of the reasons why I've gone with Aberdeen to potentially get something from the game, because I think Aberdeen v Rangers is usually a midfield battle at Pittodrie. So here's hoping.
It's an interesting. You talking to us or you talking to your nephew? Come on, that's just terrible. But no, I know it's interesting that you mentioned that, because obviously get the likes of Ferguson and that in there for Aberdeen. So if they can get a stranglehold in the game, then it should be interesting. But
yeah, indeed. So yeah, 2 each. My predictions. 3 wins. Stevie's prediction. But yeah, so talking about team lines, here's Aberdeen's. In goals, it's of course Joe Lewis. Then Considine, Hoban, Taylor, Hayes, Hedges, Campbell, Ferguson, Wright, Main, and Cosgrove. So it could be a bit like the Mitchell brothers up top for Aberdeen. And Rangers, it's McGregor in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, Barisic, Kamara, Aribo, Davis, Kent, Hadji, and Morelos. Of course, there's rumour that Morelos has handed in a transfer request, so he'll be looking to get on the score sheet to try and force his way out of the club as well.
I mean, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Because he's not been as good as what he has been in previous seasons.
I mean, Kemar Roof would be my starter all day, every day, if I was Gaffer.
Because Morelos has always got that wee bit of hot-headedness in him as well. If he's not,
always got picking on him at least.
Aye. So I don't think Rangers will miss him too much.
No,
but
really.
It seems crazy, because if you asked me this last year, they would be saying that the Rangers would be lost without him, and that's just a testament to how much they've improved their squad this season.
Exactly. So, Stevie, you happy with the Scottish Cup draw for the Mighty Well? At least it's not it is an SPFL side.
I think that's what he's trying to get at. But no, I'm happy with it on paper, but as I said to you off air,
Motherwell.
it is Motherwell. So, and we see what can happen. I know they went through, but Dundee get a bit of a scare last night. So it's a cup. Anything's possible, but it's one thing you would fancy is to go through.
Definitely.
But the league's my main focus for us at the minute. And we get the cups. Bonus.
Yeah. And the fact that we've already got a good chance of going through against an Athletic or for Martin United. Funnily enough, we could have played for Martin a couple of years ago, but they got beat by Cove Rangers. We went on to play Cove Rangers, and of course beat Annan once before. So I mean, it's a sense of difference, which I'm quite happy about, because I get bored of us playing Premiership teams, and we usually get them in the cup. So
Right.
no, that sort of difference, it's refreshing for me.
I know, I definitely agree. Something a bit different, as you say. And it's a game that we can maybe watch. Hopefully, we can watch being relaxed and just enjoy.
I don't think you can be relaxed watching Liverpool, mate. It's not in our DNA.
Man. So you never know, because I think around the time that we play that game, we have the likes of Ross County and Dundee in the week before, Dundee United in the week before it. So
30th, I think.
The 30th. So I think because we've got the Rangers and the Aberdeen game at the way, then we've got a couple of easy games, and the cup's in between. I think it's in between Ross County and Dundee United. So these 3 games hopefully are the chance for us to build a wee bit of momentum.
Yeah, Crawley have just taken the lead against Leeds.
Have you seen who's on the bench for Crawley today?
Who?
Mark Wright from Towie.
Really? Why?
Dunno. My mate sent me today.
Vicky, how's it going? She says 2-1 Aberdeen. Ben. Joseph says, did you have Scran before the live stream? I've actually just been given my Scran, so I'm looking forward to it. It's just chicken goujons, but it's the staple. 3-0 Chelsea against Morecambe as well now. Hearts or someone versus someone. Yeah, I know. They're playing. Well, the game's got to be played on Monday between Camlin Juniors and Brora Rangers before Hearts even play the second round game. Before they play. It's escaped me for now. But King of Muirhead says Aberdeen will win 1-0 Sam Cosgrove. Interesting.
See, to be fair, right, and I know I'm contradicting myself to what I said earlier about because we've got them next week. For the week's perspective, it would be good to see Rangers lose. And then hopefully, after we've got a week's training on us, we can do the same next week. And then the week's a bit more interesting again, but no. They've been blowing teams apart this season, and the thing is, even when they've not been playing well, like against us, against Hibs, against Celtic, they commit their games with maximum points. Like so where is the chink in the Rangers armour at the minute? I'm struggling to see where it is.
Well, they do get frustrated against teams that park the bus.
Right, well, the fans definitely do. Can definitely vouch for that. Start photoshopping photographs and that, but no.
It's just a shame that we couldn't even get anything out of the game at Ibrox. That'd be funny as hell.
To be honest, I'm probably going to get some stick in the comments today for this, but it was probably merited on that day. But as you know, as you've seen on your channel, we're used to late paying at Ibrox. Do you know what I mean? No hinting at any videos of that there.
Turn up Crawley against Leeds.
Oh my goodness. Are Leeds playing a week inside? Or is it full team? Going to Glasgow and we'll check. Because that's a turn up for the books. See, this is the weekend that
everything bottles coupons.
Yep. That I hate touching coupons because it's just so By the way, Leeds have made 3 subs at half time.
Alright.
They took off Rodrigo, Drake, and Cooper, and they brought on Casey, Jenkins, and Harrison. So
Thomas Graham, what's funny about parking the bus though and being happy with it? I never said I was happy with it. I just found it funny that all you Rangers fans were raging about how we were playing. Because it shouldn't be your problem if you win the game.
there's a simple answer to that, and we've said it so many times, but
And
we're
I'm
going to
going
need
to
to
do it.
say it again to get through to people. Motherwell tried so many times to play against Rangers, get hammered, so we tried something different. We parked the bus and it nearly worked for us.
Mm-hmm.
It is that simple. Oh, there's a German correspondent back.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph. What's worrying me though, have you seen down in England? The likes of Steve Bruce and stuff calling for the season to be cancelled.
It's going to take a lot
It's-
more than that.
See, but the thing is, see when managers start saying it, it plants the seed, and then before you know it, fucking just as you've said, it's the one bit of happiness we've got at the minute. Just keep it, please. I'm good, Adam. Hope you're well, mate.
Adam, exactly. I'd rather, as I've said many times, I'd rather be depressed with football than depressed without it. So, and
Yep.
for anyone to suggest otherwise, I think they're absolutely out of their mind.
Oh, absolutely. I'd absolutely agree. Oh,
You tend to see that from people that are obviously not doing well in their job in football, so they're wanting that extra time.
see, to be honest, if you'd asked me after the Hamilton game last week, I'd have been like, cut! Because we're going that way, but no. After yesterday, I definitely want to play because I want to see how this team's going to develop now. This
Exactly.
team's just, there's an intrigue about it now. There's an interest with it before. I would almost have depression before getting into Motherwell games this season.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a fucking chore watching them at times.
No.
Just going through the motions, but yesterday's totally flipped it. Totally flipped it.
Finally, we've got a decent comment from a Rangers fan. Don't blame us for parking the bus. I mean, that's how Rangers got to the UEFA Cup final in 2008.
Yep. Oh, I'm exactly. That should have been the 2-word response, Walter Smith. Honestly, he made a managerial career out of doing that. Well, in Europe anyway.
Walter Smith 1-0. That's all you need to know.
Aye, that used to be the saying, didn't it? Oh.
You need to work within your means. If that means 6 at the back of the European final, then crack on, Walter Smith.
It's funny when the shoes on rather fit, isn't it?
People have very selective memories. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Who's the referee today?
Oh, I don't want to know. It's bad whoever it is anyway.
At least we don't need to watch fucking Bobby Madden again.
Oh, no. I can't believe he replied that to you.
No, it wasn't me, it was somebody else. Stephen Craigan put up obviously the Twitter post.
Yeah.
And somebody had sent it to him. I just grabbed it and sent it to you. But aye.
Yeah, I genuinely believed it was
He basically replied laughing faces to somebody who was complaining about a decision.
Mm-hmm. That's mental.
No. Sorry, I've just been asked to send something to somebody and I need to get the old laptop up to
Alright.
send it to.
Have you got? Remember the old laptop's been cleared?
It's been cleared. I need to plan that full interview again, man. In fact, I think I sent it with somebody, so like, do not. Like, I'll get it later. I'll get it later.
Crawley's 1-2-0.
I know, no, we're covering it.
On a serious note, this stream helps me escape the reality of the world and feel happy enjoying the stream and improving my health. Well, we do what we can, Joseph. I mean, we wouldn't be doing this if football wasn't on. So, like, it's helping everyone.
Absolutely. Oh man.
That's also a massive problem we've had all season. Top 86. We don't have anyone to sort of dictate the attacking play. We've got Tony Watt, who's a worker, but apart from that,
Yep, that's about all we've got. I mean, I know Devante scored yesterday, but he's not really been too good, to be honest. But but the good thing is we've got the window, mate. Do you know what I mean?
We've got to bring in a couple of players, and hopefully we do so this week. I think if we bring it, if we bring, I keep saying this, if we bring back Bowley or Eby, and Rangers won't be able to handle us, honestly.
You're absolutely clamouring for him to come back, aren't you?
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it'll be this week that we sign anybody, to be honest. I think it will be next week. Because I think he's going to need this week to assess what he's got.
Definitely.
And then move from there.
Like I'm happy to take a hit against Rangers this week if it means that we go on to beat Aberdeen the next week.
Yep. As I say, we've seen it, and this is when we've been in bad form. Even going into the first game at Pretoria, we've been in bad form. Aberdeen have beat us this season, and we've not been very good at all.
Exactly.
So, there's every reason to be confident getting into that one as well.
Colin Ritchie says, "Hi Goggsy Stevie, was laughing at Goggsy and Kobe's reaction to the Scottish Cup draw when Rangers and Celtic came out of the draw. The stress in your faces will laugh." Well, that's the thing. Supporters of a small team, you sort of want to. Oh, Stevie's gone. When you support a small team, you sort of rely on a cup draw, a good cup run, and if Motherwell have a good cup run and finish say 8th this season, I'd consider it a good season, considering where we were. But yeah, I'd be delighted with even a quarter final at this current moment in time, as long as Motherwell stay up at the moment. As unambitious as that sounds, sort of have to live with it. Hello, Sam Patterson. How's it going? For me, I'm going with a 2-each draw. I'm Switzerland today. Cheers, Ben. Here's hoping. I hope Cove beat Rangers. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game for Rangers today. I think Aberdeen are so hot and cold, but if you get them on the wrong day, then you will get caught cold. I did not see what happened to Afolabi, but I've heard of it. It's awful behaviour. Chris Coss says 2-1 Rangers. Hopefully Stevie will be back soon. Don't know where he's gone off to. Yeah, very good, Colin. Also a blessing in disguise because now we've appointed a good manager. So now we're still going to finish above Hamilton. So jokes on Hamilton, really. Prediction, as I've said, 2 each. Aaron Reiner says stand free. Bob, yeah, of course Mother will stay up. I'm not a Pars supporter. I'm a Motherwell fan. If you're at all aware of the channel. So we've got 10 minutes till kickoff. Stevie's back.
Laptop just completely froze, mate. I had to restart it.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Did it come up with the blue screen of death?
No, I didn't. It just completely. I could hear you talking. You were about to read out a question, and then just the audio cut.
No.
Just
That's strange.
well, with too much running in the background because I forgot to switch it after what I had on last night. But no, what was that question you read out? If you can remember it.
I honestly can't, mate.
Comment? Aye, that one.
You'd have to scroll back about 90 seconds. Callum Simpson says, bittersweet with our cup draw. Buzzing we've avoided the so-called better teams of paper, but gutted we won't get the chance to potentially go to Formerton or down to Annan. I mean, I've been down to Annan before. It's great. I mean, there's like 3 porta potties. That was back in 2016. I don't know if they've upgraded since then.
I know. That's a good follow-up question for Mark then. If you're talking about upgrading, he's asking the worst stadium we've been in Scotland.
Oh, it will forever be either Albion Rovers or Cowdenbeath.
I go Cowdenbeath. Cowdenbeath is the worst.
Like, if the ball goes over the bar, you've got to go and watch and see if there's a go-kart going past traffic.
It's like, I remember they put the wheelchairs on the track there. Like, no, they have like their track on the side of the pitch.
Right.
But I can imagine going there as like an able-bodied supporters used with a good for 30-40 yards behind me. And I felt further away from the pitch. It's just not a good view at all. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, Mark's saying Tannadice. I know why. It's because when you're in the disabled section there, the subs warm up. At the corner, you can't see, but aye. It's just, I've had a few good days out at Tannadice, so maybe that's why I'll get a better memory of the stadium, because it has been ages for I've been. Ages. Yeah. I was actually really looking forward to going there this season. But obviously it's not been possible.
Yeah, Roscoe will be happy seeing how much he hates St Johnstone during them in the cup. I know. He messaged me after it. He was like, "Oh, that's fucking typical, eh?"
Oh, I was sitting here and I was hoping that we'd get like either. I was wanting Dundee, Airdrie. Dundee, Airdrie or Partick Thistle, and you're thinking, why Partick Thistle? Because my mate plays for Partick Thistle, and I would love nothing more than to dump him at the Scottish Cup in his first attempt at playing it.
At Fir Park, which stadium upgrade would you like to see? I don't really care, to be honest.
Well, we just upgraded the PA system, which needed done, because you used to sound like this when you were there and you couldn't hear it. But no.
I just don't really care about that sort of stuff. Like, I just care about what happens on the pitch.
Aye, no, that's true. But to answer your question, Joseph, I don't think in terms of structure there will be any upgrades at Fir Park. I think if Motherwell wanted to upgrade anything, it would be a move of stadium. Would you have hinted at? I've not
got any time for that right now. Fir Park is my sacred place.
Oh man.
I mean, people ask me if I'm Protestant or Catholic, and I'm just saying, nah, football's my religion, Fir Park's my church.
Should get it tattooed, mate.
Nah, I'm not a tattoo guy. Someone will end up misspelling a word and they'll be stuck on my body for the rest of my life.
One of the ones you get in holiday.
Aye, in Comic Sans typewriting. Aye.
The boy I know for Thistle, Danny, is Mohammed Niang. He actually got the player of the month last month. He went into the side and he kept, I think it was 4 clean sheets in a row, so not bad for the centre back.
Centre back?
He's played centre back or defensive mid, but he's mainly a defensive mid, but they've been playing him centre back, but it seems to have been suiting him. given the clean sheet record. Have Motherwell going to be getting sharing with Hamilton Ackies in the future. You can get that the fuck.
I completely ignored it for that very reason.
Safe standing should be mandatory in every stadium. That's if you can stand safely, Joseph.
Thoughts in America. Let's not bring that into this stream, please.
No, we're not. Why would we talk about that? That's like the furthest thing for Scottish football that you can get. Keep it relevant. I'd actually ban that. Nah, kidding on, if we did it again, ban them, but... 5 minutes to kick off.
Cool. 3-0 Crawley against Leeds, mate.
Wow. I think, obviously, Leeds have just chucked that game then. It's bad. Crawley can afford to bring on Mark right now.
Yeah.
No got to put him on the day, Sheriff. It's too dodgy with the FA Cup and stuff. Didn't touch it. I might actually put a wee scorecast on this game. What's everybody thinking? There we go, we'll make it interesting. We'll put a wee scorecast on this.
Alright, okay. Let's...
If I can get in time. It's a great decision to make 4 minutes to kick off on it.
Let's see. So now it's time to go to Coop and Corner, because I've taken today a goal in each half and 5 corners in each half of Aberdeen Rangers, and a goal in both halves of Beerschot Valvrijk against Ghent. 10 returns, 90 quid plus. Well, that's the stake anyway. So just hoping that'll come in. That'd be nice. Very nice.
You're gonna think I'm mental here, right? But I'm gonna take James Tavernier to score any time, and Rangers to win 3-1.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, we'll be watching Marine against Spurs and Brighton and Newport, but we won't be covering that. Don't expect there to be many people wanting to watch it, so not really expecting many Marine fans to be wanting to watch our ramblings on the internet.
Plus, that's one thing that annoys me about FA Cup weekend as well. On a Sunday, I usually look forward to watching. There's always going to be a decent game in England to see the FA Cup. It's just, I know you can get shocks, but I can't psych myself up to watch a game like that. So after this, I've got literally no football to watch today. Nothing. Yeah, that's it on James Tavernier anytime, Rangers 3-1. Let's see if it comes in or not.
There we go. I would listen to your coverage of that Marine game. But I mean, how many other people would listen to it? Because I personally have a lot of things to work on later, because I've got a project going on in the background, so I'm trying to get stuff sorted for that. So,
and I've got an interview to conduct tomorrow, so make sure everything's prepped for that. So. And YouTube's no just we sit in this stream or we do a video and it goes up right away and then we do nothing else after that. There's loads in between. Loads in between.
You could say it's a full-time job, but it's much more complex than that.
Aye. But when you're on it, it's like you're on it, but like, because obviously with the editing and stuff, it's just that's one thing that shocked me. I've just started with the amount of work that you actually have to put in editing. Like, it's mental. Anybody else get any Scottcast on for this then? Or is it just myself? You by the way, you tempted into that, so you know what? See if it did come in between you pass the mic a tenner, right? If it doesn't come in.
Fair enough.
You still want me to pause this at 30 seconds?
Aye, go for it, mate. Go for it.
Right, no worries.
Make it interesting. And of course, those who are watching at home, we've got 81 people in the chat right now. Thanks to everyone for coming on. We've been on for half an hour. Of course, the rules are: don't spam, don't spoil, and don't be a dick in the chat. So,
Should get t-shirts made up with that. Don't spam, don't spoil, don't be a dick.
Aye, Joseph, it's a private project at the moment. It'll make sense a lot more in the future, but right now I am not saying anything.
Aye, all will be revealed in due course.
Correct. Yes, Hamden is a dump, but it's a dump.
You kicked off yet?
No, I think they're about to take the knee.
Right, I paused it bang on 30 seconds.
Superb, mate. Superb. Yep, they're taking the knee now. Mm-hmm. Ian Crocker. We've kicked off. Rangers have lost their 100% possession. It's always good to see. Woofed. But else is nearly through there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right, that's 30 seconds now, Stevie.
Hey, okay.
The next highlights reel for Pass the Mic will probably be next week. I've been a bit busy recently doing planning work, so yeah, this is going to be a proper professionalised project that I'm planning on producing. So
We've got a couple of teams coming up next week, though. Obviously, we'll get a Celtic game tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
There's games midweek as well, aren't there?
Aye. There's the Championship fixtures, which is on Tuesday, tied in with other Scottish Cup games. But I don't know if we'll cover any Scottish Cup.
Aye, because it's all like the smaller ties in it.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't think it's worth our time covering an Athletic against Formerton United as much as I'd love to.
Nah. We'll just wait and see what the score is, see what happens.
Mm. Indeed. Yes, so Burnley versus nah, we're not covering any English football. I'm not.
When's that?
What?
Oh, the actually on the weekend.
Yeah.
Ah. Nah, there's already people across the YouTube market that do English football, I think.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? So
Scottish football's our niche because I fully believe that we're the most consistent Scottish football watch along show. Because I don't think anyone else does the amount of streams that we do, which is a good thing because we get all the viewers. But it's always good to have a difference in following as well.
I know, definitely. There's Joseph asking for his return to be put in the highlight film. Tell you where that's gone. In the bin, mate.
Brooke Stewart says, will we be able to see the football match on screen? No.
Did you see that?
I'm watching it here. Oh my god.
I'm going to pause it for the last couple of seconds. 1, 2.
He should have got back on his right foot.
I just thought he had a lot more time.
He did.
He didn't hit it like that. You're right, he could have cut in and curled it.
Aye. All you need to do is cut back in on your right foot and then finesse it into the far corner, and it's 1-0.
Yep, and it's not even as if we're saying that with the benefit of hindsight.
No, I mean, all he needs to do is look up and see his surroundings.
Nope.
We cannot show the game because of copyright, and we will get absolutely done over by Sky, because Sky are so strict with their rights. It's unbelievable. Like, I've tried to use Sky footage before in videos, and my video instantly got taken down like that. So there's no chance.
Oh, that's a wee bit of good news for John Mitchell. Airdrie getting beat. That's always nice to see.
In Bristol, 1-0 up. Superb. Yeah. Mark supports Newport, yeah. But yeah, Crawley 3 Leeds 0 is definitely the score that will be shocking the nation right now. Come on, Crawley! Indeed, so is that 2-0 Stuttgart at Augsburg?
Oh, but you've confirmed that Newport's who Mark support, and then 11MF22 is right. Okay, come on, Brighton.
Kurt's been winning another header there. Big fraud.
Oh man,
You're awful when
he only plays good when he's about to get a contract. I swear to God. It's the only time he's decent. We've had quite a few players like that in the past.
Aye.
When he first came in, but he was frightening for 6 months, wasn't he?
Oh, he definitely was. He was great. And then this second season, he only scored like 3 goals, I think. Missed a penalty at Stranraer.
Oh, aye.
He went to take that with his left foot as well.
It was my cousin's wedding that day, so
Lucky you.
thankfully I wasn't there.
I mean, we did a Peter Hartley conga on the train.
It's one of my favourite videos of yours, actually. Just because of the scenes before the game. It was brilliant.
Like, it was just absolutely superb. It was one of my favourite train journeys of all time. Like, just to piss up on the train from Glasgow Central, stopping at Ayr and then going to Stranraer.
Aye. The long away days are the best.
They are.
The best.
Until you get beat.
Aye, well, you just go to sleep on the way back home for you beat.
Speak for yourself.
Aye, well, you can't do that. You get a train.
Marine have sold over 20,000 virtual tickets for the Spurs game. That is outrageous. That's fair play to Marine. It's a lot of money for the club.
Do you know what happened? A charity was meant to be sponsoring the game, right? And giving money to Marine. And then they pulled out because they realised that fans weren't going to be able to attend. Great shot there by Hadji.
I thought that was a goal.
By the way, that was a lovely back heel there for Kamara, wasn't it?
It was. See the dip in that shot?
Oh, aye. Just a bit too high, but no. So there was a charity meant to be sponsoring that Marine game. They pulled out because they realised fans wouldn't be able to attend, and Jamie Carragher stepped in and donated like £200,000 to the club or something.
1-0.
Yes, good result for us because County are just below us. So
yeah, I wish I took Libby. Really tempted. Robinson after 9 minutes, making it 1-0. You tell him, Joseph. Son.
Joseph's spot on, man. He's on the ball today.
We are on fire. This could be their 6th win in a row, I think.
Mental one. It's mental what Martindale has done there.
Man.
Could finish top 4. Maybe if you do a job in Martin.
In fact, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row they've won. This could be their 8th win in a row.
Tell you what, there's signs, right? I know it's early in the game, but there's signs that there's a bit of success to be had for Aberdeen here today.
Aye.
Obviously they had that chance for Cosgrove, but they seem to be getting players running the channels a lot and trying to get in behind Rangers, which it's good to see.
Joseph is like a phoenix from the ashes. He is taking no prisoners today.
Yeah, to quote a Harry Potter book, it is the Order of the Phoenix. There we go.
Very good. Dale Murdoch says, needing to find out Roscoe's reaction after drawing St. Johnson. Heavy on me last night. I'm enjoying reading the comments. It's like a whole new judgmental Joseph class. Joseph is playing with a fire in his belly, like any good centre back, like Bevis Mugabe yesterday before the.
Honestly, this is a performance for Joseph that's fucking come out anywhere as well.
Oh, that was some back heel there. Right, if we could get a wee corner here, that'd be nice. But they did beat Aberdeen 4-0 not too long ago. Well, the thing is, every game of football is different.
Exactly, and I know there's no fans, but it's always different when you go to places like Pittodrie or do you know what I mean? Still, Aberdeen more up to it.
Aberdeen are up for it. Look how many bodies are committing forward. It's good to see early on. Oh, there we go.
Oh, by the way, terrific play there by Scott Wright.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. He did so well to get by his man.
Puts it by Golson, and then he actually does the right thing. He cuts it back into an area, but the fault there for me is Curtis Main. He just stops his run into the space.
Curtis Main starts running, and then he just holds up. Like if he's committed to running in on that, like any good striker would, then he could have had the ball in the back of the net. 4-0 Chelsea against Morecambe. Kai Havertz in the 85th minute.
God's sake, Kai Havertz playing at Morecambe. Have some mercy.
It's a Stamford Bridge, mate.
I'd agree with that. 11 MF22. I think Alan McCoy is the best co-commentator out there.
Interesting.
He balances humour with football knowledge pretty well.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of what football commentary is. Like, you're not just telling a story, you've got to actually entertain the viewer as well. Even if the viewer is not there to be entertained, they just want to see their team win.
It's even more important, I think, when there's no fans there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can watch a game on TV and the crowd get up for it and that draws you in.
That's your interest.
Aye.
Because the thing is, fans are there to be sort of relatable as well in a way for the TV. Because if the average punter is at the game, then you feel that you're more part of the experience as well.
No, absolutely. Oh, go out wide, let it space out wide. Oh, he needs to look up. To be fair, I thought the ball was it right to Johnny Hayes there.
Aye, he should have played it out wide to Hayes.
There was rumours that Newcastle were looking at him. Well, it doesn't matter, they lost Monin again. He always looks like he's been told after his mother that he's grounded or something, doesn't he?
Oh, mate, he's got a face like a slapped ass. He really does.
Fucking bulldog chewing a wasp.
I see the day that Morelos is signed by another team is the day I'll celebrate. Like, as much as he is a great player, he's good to have in the Scottish game because he plays the pantomime villain quite well. I just hate looking at him. He usually scores against Motherwell as well, which is another thing.
He scores against most teams, I think.
I don't know.
No, I know what you're getting at, but you don't really care about other teams.
From a selfish perspective, I would love it if Morelos got sold tomorrow. Rangers have been all right so far, but I mean, I think Aberdeen have been starting the stronger team.
Yeah, but I would agree. I think Derek McInnes will be slightly happier though. Somebody's went down here. What's happened?
Mintos, we are watching the game. This is what a watch along is. We watch the game and we give our opinions on the game. Joseph is just completely rampaging through.
You can tell he's just sitting doing like an evil laugh behind his computer at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah. Alan Brazil is the biggest whelper in football. Really?
That's a bit harsh.
That's a bit harsh. I think there's a lot worse people in football. Like a certain Kevin O'Hara. Is it Kevin O'Hara or is it? Who? No, it wasn't Kevin O'Hara. It's somebody O'Hara that had that comment about Fulham winning the Premiership.
Oh, I know who you're.
Jamie O'Hara, that's it. Aye, that was a bit of a wank comment to have. It wasn't Mark O'Hara, don't worry. I like Mark O'Hara. I've met Mark O'Hara. He's a good guy. It was Jamie O'Hara. Kevin O'Hara plays for Dunfermline. That's where I'm getting that name from.
What did you say? Fulham would win the Premiership as in the Scottish?
Yeah, like he said Fulham could win the Scottish Premiership.
He couldn't even look. Listen, this is a guy that got released. But I think it was it Tottenham at the time, and then he ended up playing in the lower leagues and gone into non-league. Scottish football wouldn't even touch him. He was that shite. And we've had this conversation. You've seen so many players come down for England and struggle up here. That is definitely. I think it's the further south you go in England, to be honest, the closer you get to London. There's a definite disrespect for the Scottish game, just a total lack of interest, but it's a lot better than what people make it. A lot better.
I think I never listened to TalkSport because I can't be arsed because it's just English elitism. Oh,
no. I'll give you one example, right? Aberdeen went to Turfmoor and played Burnley.
Yeah.
Obviously the two-legged affair. They took them to extra time.
And they said it was an embarrassment for Burnley to be taken to extra time by Aberdeen.
Rather than giving credit to a good Aberdeen performance. And I remember the goal that Lewis Ferguson scored that night was an absolute belter. An absolute peach. So did I. I think everybody in Scotland was wanting Aberdeen to win that night just to stick it up the English a wee bit, do you know what I mean? Yeah. There goes an English audience. I apologise, guys. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
No, it is what it is, mate. I mean, I think the English know what we think about them, and we sort of stick it up to them when they try and be a bit pompous about their standard of football, because we all know it's much more pleasing on the eye, but there's nowhere near as much passion in their game than there is in the Scottish game. So I think we win morally.
Yeah, and I can confirm that, and you can confirm that as well, because you've been to Villa Park.
I went to Villa Park. They were playing Peterborough United. Villa got beat 3-1. It was an awful game, and the atmosphere. Okay, it was okay when Villa scored to make it 1-0, but after the game, it felt like I was back at Ibrox or Celtic Park. The sort of how dare you come to our bit and have a good time sort of thing.
Aye.
It's just, And like I was just sitting. We were walking back to one of the nearest train stations in Birmingham, the closest one to Villa Park, and there were Peterborough fans that were shouting "Get it up here," etc., and proper like trying to get in our face. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? I mean, if it's in Scotland, maybe someone will come up and speak to you and talk to you about the game. But in England, they're very much in your face about shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there is some hatred in the stands during the 90 minutes in Scottish football, but I think what we do well, we see after the game, we put it really to one side.
Yeah, we put it to one side, and we see it as like we have a common interest in football. We can talk about the game. We're all football people, and that's as wholesome as it gets. But I think in England they really lack grace and decorum.
Yeah. And see, don't get me wrong, see when I'm in a football stadium and you see this when I start making vlogs.
Oh yeah. Like,
I love that hatred for 90 minutes. I love it.
As well. But see when it's actually up front in your face, it's awful.
But then after the game it's back to life, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for 90 minutes you can put everything to a side and you can hate everyone that you're up against. That's fine. I love the hate during the 90 minutes, but as soon as the game's finished, you know, you want to go home or you want to go to the pub, enjoy your time with your mates because you don't really get to see them that often unless it's a match day. And then after that, back to life, back to work Monday to Friday, and then we go again next Saturday.
Yep. And I can give you an example. At Hamilton, the game they get fouled, right? Because when we get put at the sideline, so he's right beside me. So I'm going at him, fucking get up, you do get your wanker, right? He's turned around to me and went, what the fuck have I done? Right? Quite rightly, because he's not done anything. But that's what I'm talking about. But if I seen the game right outside football, I thought, alright, how you doing, mate?
Exactly.
Just for that 90 minutes.
Dad says that he's had a couple of scraps after. Well, you get that with everyone. I mean, you always get the minority of people, which I don't think suits football at all. It gives football a bad name. It's sort of scraps after or before games.
It's just like, what does it achieve?
Correct.
And for me, what does it achieve? We all have a bit of banter at the end of the day, but when it starts getting physical, it's just it doesn't achieve anything.
Not for me.
Joseph is now a phoenix that has a heart and soul of gold.
That's me. What's he going to say next? He's got the horn of a unicorn.
He sounds like a fucking paragraph in Game of Thrones, doesn't he, man?
A paragraph?
Or something like that. Just something that you like, just the shit that he hits it with, man.
In fairness, they've came to us. I've no started. Well, I mean, everything's different for everyone, like different experiences, etc. But it's usually losing teams that want to fight. When you win all the time, you just want to get back to the pubs. But I don't know what winning is, so I think it's just you, Danny, mate. I'll tell you one thing for sure. I'd rather sit down and have a good debate with someone that supports the other team than have a scrap with them, because if you look at me, I'm not exactly much of a fighter.
I always like getting in and talking to the older generation when you get into pubs, the ones that have been there, seen it all, and getting their opinion on what the talent is like today compared to back in the day and stuff. I love that. I love having a good in-depth conversation before the game about what you think is going to transpire, and then after that I go and talk about it for about the next 2 hours as well. It's just and it's like having a drink with rival fans as well, because that's how you meet people.
That's a good thing. Like, you're spot on, Kenfish. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
What a block on the line! Oh, what a save!
Oh man! Brilliant.
Oh, there was my Tavernier goal as well, you bastard! No way! Oh man! It's a great save, to be fair. I actually think Kent should score. Watch this, he's got the time in the world. Oh, just should pick his spot and then it comes back to Tavernier. Tavernier hits it well and then lose.
He hits it too well in a way, because sometimes if you get too much of a good connection on it, it goes straight at the keeper.
And then if he scuffs it, it can bounce over the goalie because the goalie's always going to make that dive anyway, you know what I mean?
Aye. Had a few.
Aye, man. No, that's the first real chance for Rangers after 23 minutes.
Yeah. In Scotland, the football is definitely more a social aspect than England. Yeah, I would say so. Especially in England, it's becoming more of a business thing. And as soon as football's taken away from the working man, football dies, eh?
Yep.
Oh dear.
Sorry. I thought I'd test that on you before I read it in the comments, but I'm not your reaction. I'm not even reading it.
I didn't know what to say, so. Joseph Coyle says, Stevie Gog say, I love getting slagged off in the comments, makes me a better person.
Neighbour like a specky prick.
Oh dear. That's why I love the junior football, all the old guys. Aye. It's the old guys that you get the battle. Aye, Lewis is a good keeper. That's a given.
Yep. Had a couple of blunders at first part though.
Oh, just a few. Always enjoy that when he plays against Motherwell, because he usually goes to jelly.
Yep.
Rangers have certainly come into this a lot more.
I know I think they're getting like Ryan Kent on the ball a lot more often.
Oh, here we go. Oh, is that a penalty?
Goggsy boy! Goggsy boy! Who's going to take a penalty? Oh, it's a red card. There goes the 3-1. He sent him off. Oh man.
Is that Hedges?
It's not a red card, is it?
He's given a red.
But it's not, is it a red card?
Goal scorer.
It's not a red card, Goggsy.
Mate, it's a yellow. I would be given a yellow.
That's not. Like, he's running back. He's not even meant. It's a penalty because he has clipped him and gave him a yellow. That's not a red card. What is it with the decisions in Scottish football this weekend when it comes to penalties?
Double punishment.
Yeah, but. Oh, man.
I'm disappointed in that.
I don't think it's a red card. Because Joe Lewis has always got a chance of saving that for me as well.
That's really the game for me.
And I know you could argue that he's not attempted to play the ball, but...
I thought if it's a penalty, it should be...
He's just running back, and then Morelos has lifted his leg back, and Hedges' momentum because he's running has meant that he's clipped Morelos. Why is he doing as if he's just been scythed? Fucking get up.
Morelos played for that, I think. But at the same time, it's very clever forwards play.
It's not.
This is why people hate Morelos, because he's good at that sort of shit.
That's madness.
He's put it white!
Wait a minute. Can we just confirm what's happened here, right? Aberdeen will get a player sent off, so that fucks my Aberdeen goal, right? Tavernier's got a chance, bear in mind they got 3-1, Tavernier anything, right? Tavernier's got a chance to score for the spot kick. He's been on fire all season, and he fucking puts a penalty wide in the post.
I can't believe that.
Oh my goodness.
I think he's as shocked as we are.
I think Tavernier's checking for the hole in the net, but he's... Oh, that's terrible. I hope Aberdeen win now. Go on, Aberdeen. What about that, eh?
Oh,
He's got a great chance to pick out Curtis Main at the back post.
I know. I just put it at the keeper. I can't believe what I've just witnessed.
Oh, man.
All he has to do is just be calm and put it in the bottom corner. He sends the keeper the wrong way.
I know. See, even there though, I think it was Scott Wright going down the line for Aberdeen, and he could just he could just roll it. Watch it replay. He can literally just roll this to cut his main look for the tap in.
Aye. Because the keeper wouldn't be getting to the pass.
No.
Goodness me, man. I think it's one each at Livingston Ross County as well. Charlie Lakin with the equaliser in the 28th minute. I cannot believe that. I think that's hilarious though. As much as we have money riding on Rangers, but I have money.
It's money I can afford. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't bet what I can afford, mate. Do you know what I mean?
There we go. One each with Livingston Ross County 0-0 at Dodgy. What? Right, okay, this guy needs a lesson in grace and decorum. Maybe he'll learn some grace and decorum from his time out.
I'm calling this now.
Hmm?
Aberdeen will get something for this. Even with 10 men, I'm telling you.
Interesting.
Because see the fact that Rangers missed a penalty, I just think that's going to give them a lift. And they're all just going to dig in and put 120 in to getting something out of this game now. Whereas if Rangers would have scored that and they had the red card, it would have been a total deflator for Aberdeen. It would have sucked the life right out of them.
Chris Barrett says it's fine, lads. Morelos will get sent off soon for smiling. Well, technically, you should already start on a yellow card with the hairstyle he's got. It's awful.
You would need to possess the ability to smile for that to happen. To be honest,
He always looks like a grumpy get. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Appreciate that. Made an account just for you to reply to me. No, I think it'd be a waste of £5 if you took Aberdeen at 6-1, even though they're decent odds. But the fact that they're a man down.
no, I don't believe in that.
I wouldn't touch Aberdeen.
That's got to be. This should be interesting if somebody could go and find out this stat. Right, see in Scottish football, I could quite confidently say.
Oh, there's 1-0.
1-0, Morelos. So there goes me. That just proves that I was talking piss about Aberdeen getting a point anyway. But no, I could quite confidently say that Rangers v Aberdeen must be the game within Scottish football that's had the most red cards.
Oh yeah, I would say so.
And it's got to be. It's a great finish by Morelos, by the way.
On the left foot.
Back to goal. Back across the goalkeeper. Into the bottom corner.
Avenir sent that full back to the shops.
Try. Johnny Hayes. He actually puts Johnny Hayes on his ass.
I know. Cheeky wee fake job.
Do you know who used to be brilliant at that? He's back to goal. Scott McDonald.
Yeah, it was. It was
He was
great.
like one of the best I think I've seen. He's back to goal, turning and reversing a shot. Sheriff will be back in a minute. I'm away to slag Kobe.
Brilliant. Mm-hmm. How many corners has there been this half? 2. I need 3 corners with 12 minutes to go. Not looking my way, is it? Okay, Sarah. Yes, it's 1-0. We've literally just said. Justin Briggs says he had Tav to score first goal and Rangers to win 2-0.
I suppose, given the amount of penalties that Rangers have had this season, they could always get another penalty here. I wonder if Tav would take it though.
I think he probably would. I mean, he's my captain in fantasy football, but I'm not raging. Don't worry.
You're right though, it is an absolute game killer. Because it was a good game up until that point.
It was cracking. Aberdeen were taking the game to Rangers. Oh, that's a free kick as well. It's going to get frustrating now for Aberdeen. Decker Ferguson will end up getting in the book as well. He usually gets booked against Rangers, I'm pretty sure as well.
God, Justin Briggs had Crawley to win it 13-1. Jeez.
Who's Declan Ferguson? Did I say Declan Ferguson? When did I say Declan Ferguson? It's Lewis Ferguson.
Somebody needs to tell Niall that it's not Toby, it's Kobe.
Oh, Connor, excellent. 2 more to go. Big Kobe's raging and getting his excuses. Right. I reckon he'll end up saying stuff like, oh, it was never a red for the penalty. I'm undecided, but I think if I was referee, I would probably give him a yellow card.
Yep. It's a yellow, nothing more. That could have been a handball there. Would have been a penalty as well because you're feeling the line.
The hand wasn't in the box, I thought. Jamie, do you really have to twist the knife? If you really created a YouTube account just to try and get wide in the chat, then you can go and time out for that. That's what I thought I said. I never said Declan Ferguson, so clear out your ears. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. A few years ago, they changed this sort of double jeopardy rule.
Yep. Unless you're playing Rangers.
Yeah, it would appear. That is a very good point by Roscoe raised there. Aye, because they thought it was harsh because basically a penalty is 8 times out of 10 going to be a goal. So, like reducing the opposition team's advantage even more. Rab, I think you need to take off your blue glasses. Blue specs. Tinted specs.
Oh, there's Tavernier on about Aberdeen attack him.
He's going to end up with like 1 point from this week. No, Aberdeen will not finish second. Don't be silly. Not playing like this. It's Graham Alexander. He's in the stand.
Well, we play both these teams next, so
Yeah, so
good to see you there doing his work.
Rab 72. I always predict a high card point game when Rangers are playing Aberdeen, especially at Pittodrie. I think at Ibrox it's always a bit more one-sided in favour of Rangers, so I usually stop with the cards, but at Pittodrie it's usually because it's such an open game. Well, speaking of which, there might be a yellow card here for Curtis Main.
There's going to be another red in this.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see this.
I really don't miss Curtis.
Oh!
Oh my god, that should be a red. That's a red card.
That's a red card for me, that is high.
That is such a high tackle.
I mean, I know you're going for the ball, but it gets in studs first.
That's a red card every day of the week, mate. It's not just that, he scrapes his foot down his leg as well.
It even looked bad in slow motion as well, Goggsy, and that's when you know, innit?
Got away with that big time. I hope he goes to score the goal now.
So there you go, they're the people in the comments, you know we're no biased now. We're saying that's an absolute stonewall red card.
Absolutely. That should be a free kick to Rangers as well, yeah.
If anybody wonders what I'm doing here, I'm getting it to your back in a spot that I can't reach, and I'm trying to just check the body scratch it. I'm not just sitting here with Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, we did that. Oh, good play. Right, come on. Get a corner here. Okay. Nah, it's a good kick.
What, showing it again? Oh, mate, that's a red card!
Oh.
Wow! Oh, man!
I can't believe he's not being sent off at all.
What, he knows, that's why he's...
Yeah. That's why you say, I went for the ball or got the ball.
Because he's panicking, he knows it. What, they're taking him off because they know?
We can't show the tackle, we don't have the rights. And I don't know how we can make
Then
it.
McInnes not even talking to him as he came off it.
He knows.
He's bailing.
Quite right. Jacko, we've seen worse decisions, to be fair. Even though that was... I mean, at least he still gave a card for it. We've seen tackles that are that bad that have just gone off unnoticed by referees before. Right, come on. We need 2 corners. Highly doubt we'll get any. Well, is that one?
Nah, I think okay.
Just wishful thinking, eh? Because we've got both goals in that I need this half.
I got an Acer Nitro 5. The HV number. The gaming laptop that runs really smoothly.
Yeah, it'll be half time fast approaching. Yeah, the referee definitely bottled that. If he didn't give the red first for something that wasn't a red. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, bet's done.
Yeah. Mine too, I think.
Yeah, that will. It was fun while it lasted. Kobe's still going about freeing Ronald. Oh, boy never shuts up about him in the chat.
Be better off for fucking Ronald McDonald.
You'd get more game time anyway. Is that half time then?
Yep.
So half-time scores in Scottish Premiership are as follows. Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1 after Tavernier missing a penalty, but Morelos took the lead for Rangers about 2 or 3 minutes afterward, following a red card for Ryan Hedges. Curtis Main should have got another red card, but the referee balled it, gave a yellow. And in the other game, Livingston are drawing 1 each with Ross County. Robinson opening the scoring in the 9th minute before Charlie Lakin cancelling out the early opener in the 28th. I know Kobe because of YouTube. It's one of the main reasons why I know a lot of people actually. Yeah.
Aye, CJ, I think
completely.
Mains one's no more red. I don't think the penalty one was though.
No.
Because double jeopardy and the rule's been taken out. So.
I mean, it usually depends on the sort of severity of the tackle. I thought just because it was a light clip, it's still a penalty. But
it's a penalty. But the double jeopardy rule's been removed.
At the same time, I think it should be a yellow card for Hedges. But I mean, the Curtis Main one, Curtis Main got away with that, and because he got a yellow card for it, they're not going to upgrade it to a red, are they?
That's true. I don't think they will.
Because he's already received the punishment, and the referee deemed it a yellow card.
Nah, that's true.
Aberdeen hatchet men. There we go. There's a hatchet men commenting about Aberdeen because they've played Curtis Main. Ferguson's handball in the box too. I thought it was just outside, but I can see why you mean that being inside. Missed with the cross. Yeah.
Don't worry, CJ. We feel your pain. We know all about referees having howlers this weekend, mate. We feel your pain, son.
Referee is not having the best game, but I mean, it's the same all over the country right now. Anthony, I wouldn't say Rangers are cheating because Rangers got hard done by a Curtis Bain tackle. So, and it was a Stonewall penalty. So, but I also wouldn't say Aberdeen are getting away with murder because they have been cautioned on a couple of occasions. And of course, the red card, which in our opinion shouldn't have been. Why is Lily Singh on an Ole advert? I just... What makes her marketable in the UK?
I know it should be us, then.
It should be us, isn't it? We're the real people of the United Kingdom, if you want to call it that. Okay, that's a dodgy statement. But,
we're the real people of the United Kingdom. Sounds like something a Rangers fan would say.
I know. Yeah. I think he'll be getting some staunch points for that.
staunch points.
Aye.
See if Rangers ever have know how Scotland did the point system for away days for the Tartan Army. That's what Rangers should call it. Staunch points.
Yeah.
Somebody said that they've lip read saying Curtis Main saying I'm raging when he get took off.
God.
He was lucky it was his manager that took him off.
Main is off the pitch, Lewis Mullen. He got substituted soon after the tackle.
We know what you mean, Lewis. We know what you mean.
What part of Scotland is the nicest? To look at, I would say the Highlands.
I love going to the Highlands. Even driving up to Dundee, you get some nice views.
Also, I mean, I like the train journey from Dundee up to Aberdeen. It's very picturesque.
Fort William's fantastic.
Fort
William's fantastic.
I've been to Glencoe as well. I think Glencoe is a fantastic place. But I honestly couldn't tell you what the nicest part of Scotland is. Probably the road in.
Yeah.
Interesting first half. Thought it was a pen. I honestly thought Hedges had no attempt to play the ball. It was a clumsy tackle, but yellow for me. Main straight red. Yeah, completely agree with that. Goal for Stuttgart, 3-1 against Augsburg. Looking skeptical. Aberdeen fans complaining that Motherwell boss is up. Is it really? Well, he's there for work, so I mean, I see no issue.
Plus, he's probably had a COVID test in the last day or so, and he's not probably going to be going near anybody. Literally just there to watch a game of football and then back up the road. Or back down the road, should I say. No, Dingwall was a shite hole, Daniel. Give you that. Good one, piece.
I love going to Dingwall though, it's great. It's a nice wimpy up there.
Yes, he did play for Pollock Celtic Draft. It's my dad that actually brought him into Pollock.
Boyd saying red card. Well, yeah, of course.
I'm just turning it up a wee bit to see what he says. Can you hear that?
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
It's a load of pish. Derek McInnes is saying I took him off for tactical reasons. No, you never know. Because if you were making a tactical substitution, you would have made it right after the red card. Fucking hell. But obviously I'm live now, so I'm going to need to pause this again, Goggy. So 30 seconds into the second half as well. Just let me know.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
I'll do the same.
So yeah, 85 people in the chat. Feel free to give your opinions on what the game's been for you so far in the comments. That'd be great. But Rangers, I think, deservedly 1-0 up after having to deal with an early bit of pressure from Aberdeen.
Yep, I'd agree with that assessment. I'm really disappointed. Like I've said it before, with the fact that we did the 10 men, because I thought Aberdeen were really in the game at that point. But what can you do? Do you really need to ask that question about Chris Boyd Golden Temple? He's quite obviously a Rangers man.
Oh, he's definitely a Rangers man. I mean, people even say that Kilmarnock is little Rangers. But don't shoot me, I'm just a messenger. Anthony Green, yes, that was a stonewall penalty. I mean, if you don't think that was a penalty, you need to learn the laws of the game. As someone who got it every season for a couple of years, read it cover to cover, you know. Need a second to settle my nerves. Aberdeen have lost the plot a bit, and the tab booking has me slightly worried about a chance to even it up.
I don't think you need to worry. I think Rangers are comfortably in control of this one now.
Kobe's absolutely raging. I mean, quite right. I would only take VAR in Scottish football if it was used the way that they used it at the World Cup, because it was used to perfection. Whereas in the Premier League, because the English think they know it all, they've ruined it.
Yeah, it just needs refined.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be getting rid of. It just needs refining. Then, but we've not even got goal line technology yet, so it's a week we are scared.
I don't think the hindsight of the VAR showing the penalty decision would have redeemed or rescinded the red card, because I think the referee may have believed that he made the right decision on that. But for the Curtis Main tackle, that would have been changed to a red card, 100%. Kobe is raging because his school holiday is over and his online learning starts tomorrow. Don't miss that. Don't miss school. Yeah, as I said at the time, the game was pretty much over at the red card. I'm not going to raid Kobe's stream because I want people to watch our stream instead of his. I've heard a rumor that you get paid for every comment on view on these streams. I wish I did, because if I did, I mean, I would be just commenting myself. I would just be I'd be doing this right now.
I just have to comment a different letter. I know what you're doing here. I know exactly what you're doing here.
This is exactly what I would be doing.
Can somebody block Goggsy for spamming, please?
I block that prick. Put that user in time. Oh wait, no, I can't ban a chat owner or moderator. I'll just finish it off for that. There we go. That's exactly what I'd be doing if I got paid per comment.
Love with the dynamite Hede tries to predict the colours of the France flag but gets it wrong. in the wrong order.
Wrong way round, it's bleu blanc rouge. Not rouge blanc bleu. Cheers, Barry. I know, no spamming. It's just a shame you can't block a mod. Just for saying sake. I do receive some money for YouTube, but it's not life changing. I mean, we covered Queen's Park v Dundonald Bluebell because it wasn't just that; it was a Scottish Cup as well, and because it was a televised game, I thought, you know, we'll sort of try and help boost the profile of that match, and we got 2,000 views from it. So, still, 2,000 views is a successful stream in my opinion.
Oh, you hearing this?
What?
Celtic Football Club. Now, bearing in mind the controversy surrounding Dubai, right? Have confirmed that one player has returned a positive test for COVID.
Oh, God.
Cue the can of worms opening again.
Mm-hmm. That's just opening everything back up again, eh?
Yep. So we got Annan or for Martin United in the next round away.
Let's have a look at the other comments. The Dundee game was decent. It was a great game to watch. I think the Dundee game last night was a spectacle. It was a great advert for Scottish football. The fact that Boyne and Rick Rose may still be the Lowland League side, but they came out and they took the game to Dundee, and they were 90 seconds away from nicking a famous victory. And it's stuff like that that I want to cover on the channel. Like, I don't want to forever be known as that Motherwell blogger. Like, I want to branch out and cover other games of football, and the fact that we are doing that, I think, is a great thing.
Sounds bad, but that's why I've been doing like match recaps on other teams, because the Motherwell market is very, very limited.
Yeah, and I think I've stretched
as much as I love talking about Motherwell.
Yeah, I mean, and especially this season, like I get fed up talking about Motherwell. That's why I ignore comments about Motherwell quite a lot, because I just can't be trust.
Yep. So that's me paused it at 30 seconds into the second half. So just keep an eye on it for me.
That's fine. Kickoff is about to go underway here. Yeah, Dubai was a bad idea.
Nonsensical.
Aye. Like, have you ever looked at that? Even if you're booking from about 3 months ago, thinking, you know what, that's a great idea. Let's go to Dubai in 3 months' time. and we don't even know if COVID's still going to be a thing then. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're on time now. Nice.
Sorry.
Do you think the Bonnyrigg Rose keeper might get signed by a pro team off the back of that performance? I think you need to be more consistent with performance. Just have them one great game.
He was good. I put up a joke that he was like a fat B-Tech David Marshall. That's what he looked like. But no, that was only a joke. But some people are taking it so literal online. I'm like, fucking.
I know.
Try to have a laugh. The boy was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
Exactly. Danny 67 says it's hard to get footballers to play for minimum wage. Says a Celtic fan. You've no idea what it's like being a Motherwell fan then. Who's my favourite player that does not play for Motherwell? I have no idea. Probably Louis Apere. Sheeran's someone from that was in the same set of maths from first year.
I'm the same. Because he's my mate, Big Mohammed Niang, that plays for Party Official. I always look out for these results. I think you do that, know what I mean?
Aye.
One we do well.
It's usually when you sort of know someone that plays in the game because you have that heightened respect for them because they've actually made it as a footballer.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely appreciate other players' talent.
Oh, absolutely.
But to say that they're a favourite is a bit far-fetched.
To say it's their favourite because there's always that chance that, say, if they end up playing against the team you support, imagine they score against you.
Yep.
Oh, you bastard.
Stop trying to troll, Val. Come on. 2 seconds.
That's fine. Cheers, Barry Weir. Appreciate that. I didn't say that because he supported Dundee. Nah, don't worry about it. Apparently, Celtic. Yeah, we've literally just said that.
I broke the news live here on Past the Mic. But no, it just opens that kind of world again. Yeah, it was we've discussed how nonsensical it was to go to Dubai, but
I know it's. I mean, we said it from the start. Like everyone said it from the start. Like even politicians were questioning it, and I mean, I honestly do not know why they went. Because I think it's a load of bullshit. No one deserves to be after being the favourites to win the league, to be 19 points behind first. You do not deserve to go in an all-inclusive trip to Dubai.
no. And it's not just that, it's the fact that they charge their own fans hundreds of pounds for season tickets, that fans are paid for games that they can't go to, they've got relatives they can't see, they've got places they want to go that they can't go, so people are making sacrifices. And then you have these pricks, and I'll call them pricks, going to Dubai. It's just madness, man. And I know they had it checked by the government or whatever, or this, that, and the next thing. But whoever approved that as well just need to get looked at. Shocking.
No, we're not CG Noble. We just speak the truth. Like if this happened to Rangers, we'd be saying the exact same.
Yep.
I don't get it.
If Motherwell done it, although we probably can't afford to go to Butlins, never mind Dubai. Sorry, I've told that. I'll just.
Aye, Motherwell would end up going to Butlins.
Couldn't go to Butlins, never mind Dubai. But if Motherwell done it, then I would be condemning it just as much.
Yeah.
Because this is a world situation, not a football situation.
Aye.
But that's a good ball across there, and again, a great finish for Morelos.
Aye.
Um,
Morelos trying his best to get that move.
Hadji actually does a wee flick on that. Beautiful.
That flick that does it for me.
Beautiful.
That's a good finish. And even better assist from Hadji.
Alan McCoy's calling him Alfie.
Oh God.
God, try and keep the colours in that. We all know Alan McCoy's colours.
No, Justin, we're watching Aberdeen.
Hibs are closing in on the signing of Jackson Irvine. Well, that was a player that we mentioned yesterday now.
Really?
Aye, that was a player that we mentioned yesterday.
How many times have we said, oh, Jackson Irvine, what a signing he'd be, and he's been a free agent for how long?
I know, so I think it's a good signing. They seem to have been linked with everybody, Chris Cadden, you know what I mean?
So it's a good position to be in. Basically, middle fingers. I mean, we do that to Rangers fans as well, and you know that, Thomas. I mean, you've been raging at a couple of comments we've said recently as well. Lads, what's your thoughts on Hibs? Alright, don't know, we just said that. Trip to a luxury Faroe Islands hotel for Motherwell.
Aye, we've got contacts, Gunnar Nielsen, I'm sorry.
I get it, Nielsen's now hospitality. Yes, Grant Young. Chris Cadden began his career at Motherwell. Saul Sanderman, our next stream will be tomorrow for Celtic against Hibs. Well, it's not till 7:30 because the game kicks off at 7:45. Right, Thomas. Okay. What?
I've got to join a Zoom meeting on this and I'm struggling.
I knew you would. Grant McRoberts says that he can hear the commentary in the background.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn the TV down.
That's fine.
Oh, I've tried to turn it up here. Jesus Christ. There we go. That's it.
It can always go down as incidental inclusion. Like we didn't.
Cheers for letting me know, Grant. It was absolutely accidental. I was just trying to hear what Chris Boyd was saying about a red card and forgot to turn it down after that.
Joseph's livid that there's now one positive COVID case in Celtic camp. We made sacrifices and get slapped in the face. Yep. Good fixture for Motherwell. Drew yesterday with someone who didn't. Wait, what?
About the score, Callum, because you'll probably see it before us.
Yes.
So if somebody scores, don't comment.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Golden Temple. Or red cards, right? With Rangers involved, so red cards are always.
Or penalties, or if a fox runs on the pitch naked.
Let's just say major incidents, right? That's how we'll categorise that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Grant Young says, just want to see the Gogsy times Thogden recollab. Well, spam his Instagram. Tell Thogdad, and maybe, because last time I spoke to Theo, he didn't speak back. Oh, good save. What a save.
Aye, terrific strike from Ryan Kent. I'm just wishing that Tavernier has put that penalty away. I'd be sitting here waiting for the Aberdeen to get up with part and nick a goal for £300. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That would at least have had a chance, but.
Aye. Right, probably a question you didn't want to answer. Who's the second team you support?
English team, Newcastle. That's it.
Aston Villa.
Anybody in Scotland who has a Scottish second team should not be allowed to follow football, as far as I'm concerned.
Aye. Aye. Yeah,
Too many
yeah.
people.
Support your local or support the team your dad supports. That's
Yep.
what it is.
Too acceptable.
And that goes for those who support the Old Firm as well. Like,
Yep.
I'm not slating Old Firm fans because I fully agree that you should support who your family supports. But then there's exceptions to the rule that people then relocate when they're young and then they end up supporting their new local team, which is also, I think, fair enough. But there's no real right or wrong answer about who you should support. It's up to you in the end of the day. But at the same time, I see people who support Rangers or Celtic when their dad supports Green and Morton.
Oh, ABERDEEN nearly had a foot back in the match there.
What a chance that was! What a great
What a save by McGregor. By the way, see, can I just touch on the play? Sorry to butt in because I know you're making a good point there. But the play from Sam Cosgrove to carry Aberdeen up the pitch and win the free kick was fantastic.
Dogden used the GOG. That's what we call Boston. To be fair, I did gain 100 subscribers from my collab with him. But then again, that was just a minor part of his vlog. I got the tickets. No way, Gogsy. My dad has no brain. He supports Hibs. But at the end of the day, I did say, well, there's no right or wrong answer. It's all subjective to those who support the team that they do support. Dogden, Bolton, yeah. Yeah, but what Thogden's done is he's realised that there's not as big a market as he wanted for Bolton, and he's sort of done what I'm trying to do and sort of spread out. Obviously, he did it a lot quicker because there's a lot more marketability in the English game than there is Scottish. Best Motherwell game I've been to, hands down, when we beat Rangers at Hampden. That was brilliant.
I say a different game, but it involves Rangers.
The playoff.
It's the playoff Ibrox. Nothing beats it. Nothing. I think the only thing that would beat that for me is if we won a cup.
Oh yeah.
It's the only thing that could top it. It was just.
Aye, Stevie, if your parents were a wee bit braver, maybe you'd actually seen Motherwell lift the cup.
I know. To the way just to get their finger out. Fuck's sake. No, but you can know about the local team thing. Yeah, my local team's actually Celtic, so I'm pretty fortunate, to be honest.
Our Rangers have their worst shitters. I think they can beat almost all the.
Oh no, shut up.
Let's not go into this conversation because it's just a rabbit hole. And we'll be here for the next 3 hours talking about it. I can't be asked. We even touched upon this earlier when Jamie O'Hara talked about Fulham winning the Scottish Premiership being a thing, apparently, but it's not something I agree with, and it's not really a point I want to go down again because it's said too much. Like there's certain topics in football that you just have to just ignore, in my opinion, and that's one of them. That's fine, the anonymous bruiser. It's not your fault. It's just the way it is. Things are the way they are for a reason, unfortunately. Okay, Golden Temple. I mean, it's not upsetting. It's just annoying. There's a difference between annoying and upsetting.
Zombie party.
It's the same as, when will the old firm move down to England? It shall never happen. Don't know if English football would allow it. Did you see anything more promising from Motherwell yesterday? Yeah, all the first half we were fantastic. The second half let us down.
I think I'll add into that as well, the response from conceding a goal.
Yeah.
That was good to see.
Good response. Just to
put it
in practice.
We've got a really tough game next week, so let's see.
I'm actually interested to see how Alexander lines up.
Do you know what I think we're going to get a doing a wee bit, because just the way he speaks and his philosophy, he likes to go for it, and I just think Rangers will pick us off.
Yeah, 1-1, maybe 3 or 4-0.
Unless we can get a goal quickly and then we change it. But we've seen how that worked out at Ibrox, didn't we? But it's one of these. They're imperious this season.
Yeah, I reckon we might get a goal, but it's how many are we going to concede at the other end?
Right.
But I'm encouraged by Big Bevis's performance yesterday, even though he always has a mistake in him.
I still thought he was still my man of the match.
Yeah.
Because to me, as I've said numerous occasions, the penalty's never a penalty, so it's not his fault.
Aye.
He absolutely cruised that game. Cruised it. Van Dijk is yesterday.
Van Dijk. Full time at Augsburg. Augsburg 1, Stuttgart 4. How do you feel about the possibility of Rangers and Celtic? No. We're not having colt teams. No, we're not talking about colt teams either. We'd ruin the game.
I think rather than put the colt teams in the leagues, I think what they should do is see lower league teams that sign these 30-year-old journeymen that are like mid-30s and this, that, and the next thing. Get young players from Celtic and Rangers on loan and allow them to play competitive. Not just Celtic and Rangers, obviously you see it happening with us, but every club, get them playing competitive football. And the only reason I wouldn't put the colt teams in is because if they keep winning the league, they can't go up, and what it does is it stops the progression of other teams below them as well. So,
I mean, to even suggest bringing in colt teams, that just completely disrespects your likes of Stennismuir, Eldon City, Stranraer, even Queen's Park to an extent.
Yep, I agree.
But I'm completely against having colt. I winced at the idea of having colt teams in that whatever the
Diamond Cup.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but that please have that as the most amount that you have colt teams featured, because I don't want colt teams to win it. For me, I think it ruins the cup. Also, for me, I didn't like having non-Scottish teams in it as well.
I understand that, mate, because you get a wee trip to Wales or Northern Ireland. Think if you're the likes of say an Elgin, for example. When an Elgin ever going to get to go say like abroad to watch their team. Not abroad, but you know what I mean, in another country.
Which is why I thought, you know what, if we keep that Scottish Cup, and perhaps open up like a whole different GB Cup and maybe have it on the weekends of international football, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But that opens up a completely different can of worms, and I think a lot of people will be against it as well, because who would want to have Plymouth Argyle versus Ross County on a Tuesday night?
I know. That's there's too many competitions now for the fit it in.
Exactly.
I think back in the day they used to have it. I think it was the Coca-Cola Cup or the First Cup or whatever.
Well, the Anglo-Scottish Cup.
The Anglo-Scottish, that's what it was called. Because we played Tottenham Hotspur. I remember.
And we beat Tottenham Hotspur.
And we beat them. But it was a lot easier back in the day because you only had the European Cup Winners' Cup, and there
was a lot less teams in it.
Exactly. So it was easy to do.
Now we've got about how many?
Goal for Aberdeen if James Tavernier had scored a penalty at the one of fortune. Oh my God! Oh my God! Tavernier, you are an absolute prick.
That's a great goal. Love how the stewards sitting behind the goal are all celebrating. Johnny Hayes with a lovely assist there. And who's Kennedy in the 67th minute.
Yeah, by the way, hopefully they can get an penalty here. The bet could be back on, troops! Oh!
Yeah, we could do. There was once a time where Queen's Park won the were in the FA Cup as well. What do Colt teams benefit? They don't get promoted. Look at Barcelona. Aye, but that's different.
Oh, please, man. See, if James Tavernier, I don't support Rangers in any way, shape or form, but if James Tavernier scores a goal for Rangers and they win this 3-1, I'm going mental.
Wait, I thought it was Tavernier first goal scorer.
Tavernier anytime, Goggsy.
Oh, was it? Oh,
anytime, mate. Anytime. So it's back on.
Back on.
For 310 quid.
Man.
Imagine he scored that penalty though. I'd be sitting here like name more goals for 20 minutes and I'm... Oh, but Aberdeen, the other one is he's Aberdeen left now.
Aye.
You know what I mean? So
makes it interesting.
Made a wee bit interesting, aye.
Also, I've got a question for the audience. For those who are regulars on here, I don't know if you are fans of the NFL, but we were thinking of looking to break into that market as well. Maybe do a stream for the Super Bowl. Like, obviously, it's completely different time in that because of the times in the US and different time zones. But I was thinking just for the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl only, could go live for it and see what people think.
Aye, so what is no?
Because we're all about trying to expand the channel and trying to grow. And also, I want to learn a lot more about sports in general as well.
Shoot, Tavernier. Shoot, faster. Sorry.
John Mitchell hates the NFL. I mean, I've never really been into it either, which is why I'm happy to give it a go. I mean, I don't know anything about the NFL.
Listen, we're not going to sit here and promise you that it's going to be a pure. If any are into NFL, that we're going to be able to give you pure expert analysis. Because to be honest, we've not really got a clue, but it's just something that we want to try and see if there's an audience there. I do like watching the Super Bowl.
Because we did try the darts, and the darts stream was a roaring success. We had 9,000 views for it. So it's always worth trying to just see what's out there. Yeah, to be fair, it's there are far too many breaks that can last about 3 years. That's my only that's my only thing about it, because like I don't know enough about the NFL to properly break down the same way that we break down football. Like, we can analyze football like that. It's our bread and butter, but to maybe break into the sort of NFL market, see what's out there, I think it might be a good show. The Super Bowl is the 7th of February, so we've got a month to pretty much brush up on all the terminologies and see what a field goal is and all that. But if there are people that are open to coming on to watch, then it'd be brilliant. Yeah, we can talk about the real football at halftime. But it will be basically a night shift, eh? It'd be better maybe trying a normal game just before the Super Bowl. We'll certainly have a look. The Super Bowl adverts are actually better than the actual game. Yeah, delighted with Graham Alexander as manager. Stevie, you've just subscribed to your channel, mate. Great podcast with Tam Cowan, says the Dugout.
Thank you very much. I'm recording another one tomorrow with Kenny Mackay from the Flip the Mindset podcast, so that should be out later in the week as well.
Get Gavin Hastings on as a guest. He played for Scottish Claymores back in the day. I've heard of him. Did he? Nah, I was about to say something stupid. I need to check this before I even get this question. Nah, I'm glad I made the judgment of saying nothing before I checked this. I'd have looked like a right tune. Hello, Josh. How's it going, mate? Hello, Michael. How's it going? Greetings from Philly. Look forward to getting back to a Motherwell match. If you do Super Bowl, I'm happy to connect you with some crazy Philadelphia Eagles fans for Coventry. There we go.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
As long as they know that they're taking the majority of the stream, because we've not got a clue.
Yeah.
We'll just sit back with novices and learn along the way. That's fine.
I don't know if... I'll tell you one thing. We would definitely not cover rugby or golf. Because
golf is too slow.
Golf is far too slow. And golf is, in my opinion, a good walk spoiled.
I think I would be up for doing tennis if Andy Murray had made a successful enough comeback, but I think that's pretty much dead in the water. Say Andy Murray got to a Grand Slam final again, I think I'd be up for a couple.
But it'd be at least 3.5 hours that we'd be on for.
I like tennis, so but I'm really into tennis.
Snooker can be a bit long-winded as well.
Snooker's another one that's too slow because there's a lot of periods in snooker where nothing happens.
There's a lot of thinking involved in snooker. F1 probably not, but I'm happy to try NFL.
I definitely do the AJV Fury. I love the boxing.
Yeah.
I love the boxing, but
we can
if fans are back, then obviously I want to be going to that. So
yeah,
that's why I'm going to be going.
Also, I do want to, because there's YouTube interest, I want to cover Logan Paul against Mayweather. I want to look into that as well. So there's going to be a lot of late nights. John Mitchell, it's either an early morning or a late night. For me, it's more of a late night. I'd end up going to bed about 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, rugby players are often not. Nah, I wouldn't touch rugby at all. Curling, no, too slow again. Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. I don't know. I actually have to have an interest in it as well. No, I would never stream about cricket.
Somebody did that definitely to troll.
Oh no. Oh,
Definitely, there's no way.
Niall Payne,
No way. Fucking hell.
Conor McGregor fighting on the 23rd. Well, that's a day we're covering football, so probably not.
I've never wanted Rangers to get another penalty so much in my life.
Knowing your luck, it'll be Hadji that score it.
I had you take it or something in it.
Aye. I'm finding it hard enough at the moment getting out of bed with no working lockdown. As I said, F1 probably not. I'm not interested in cars.
If it's not going to come in, I would much rather Aberdeen scored an equaliser. Quite interesting. Because you said 2 weeks before the game, I said 3-1. So another goal in one is will be right at least.
Aye, exactly. Shinty. If you can get any Shinty on the telly, aye, sure. I loved that episode of Hamish Macbeth.
We've already done the darts. The dugout football channel.
Yeah, we did the darts a week ago.
Yeah, 2-1 Livy, mate.
There we go.
Keep counting.
2-1 to Livy.
Glad you enjoyed it, Justin. It's one that we enjoyed as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the darts. I'm still very new to the darts as well, so.
But we can definitely get Goggsy into darts and more clued up over time.
Oh,
just now, aye.
Seems a simple enough game to learn.
The initial interest is there, so that's always the start.
That's always the start, yeah.
Yeah. So. No, he's allowed to tell us the score about games that we're not watching.
Yeah.
Just the game that we're watching, the Rangers game.
Yeah.
No spoilers on that one.
If we had more than 2 people, we would have someone covering the Livy game. But because it's just us two, and because we can sit and talk about the one game, it makes more sense. As much as we'd like to cover the Livingston game, we don't want to give Livingston £20 of our hard-earned cash. Niall Kane says, "Love the dart stream. I'm not that into darts, but I enjoyed the final. It was a great dart stream." Yeah, and the fact was, like, for the first hour or so, we had at least 200 people at all times, which has never happened before, and it happened on the darts. So. Barry Hearn ruined darts.
No, he didn't. Barry Hearn made darts.
Isn't that Eddie Hearn?
Yes, it is. He's the one that has put all the money into the PDC, essentially.
Huh?
And he's part of the reason that darts is so big. I still think that Phil Taylor deserves a huge amount of credit.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for how good he was,
he's a there's Luke Ferguson's booking. I was right.
And not Declan Ferguson for anybody who might miss here.
Livy are only 6 points behind Hibs as it stands.
Alan Forrest that got the goal.
Yeah. I heard that Gogsy had 20 quid on Fergie's card. No, I did not. I knew it was happening though. I should have, because he usually gets booked against Rangers. Pretty much. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Ryan Kent's in.
Oh my god. Why doesn't he just shoot there?
I don't know. Thankfully for me, never though.
Oh. I want this to be 2-each because I despise Rangers. Even what I said earlier was the only truth. Okay. Yeah. Stevie's needing a Tav goal for £310.
And he missed a penalty. Prick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's still 2-1 to the Rangers at Aberdeen, and Livingston are now 2-1 up against Ross County. Stevie and Gogsy, AGV Fury predictions when it happens. I have no idea. I don't know what. I don't even know what the records are. I don't know what to say.
I can tell you, Fury will knock him out. Joshua doesn't have a strong enough chin. He's got a puncher's chance. I just think Fury's by far the better boxer, and that's why he'll win. There you go.
Fair game. Moves on tomorrow for the Celtic game. I don't even know till probably about an hour before the game starts. Is that inconsistent at the moment?
I'll be there.
There you go. Stevie will be there. Don't know if anyone else will be. We'll play it by ear. It seems to be what we do. Taylor Genius met him rolling a barrel at a pub he had in 1994. His record of titles take a very long time to beat.
Absolutely. It will never be beaten. I'll stick my neck out and say it will never be beaten. There you go.
Well, you could say that, Roscoe. Some are taking time off because they need to, and that's absolutely fine by me. As long as they tell me that they can't make it on a certain day, I've got no complaints. Because I don't pay anyone for coming on. It's a voluntary thing, so I just appreciate people for their time.
Listen, the way I see it, I just enjoy watching games of football. I prefer to watch games of football with company. And
yeah, exactly.
if people enjoy my insight, then that's good enough for me. Probably talk shite 50% of the time.
Exactly. And there's no bad blood between me and anyone, so
No, I mean
that's the main thing.
There's no contractual agreement.
You're not obliged to make
on.
this and that game.
So we're all friends at the end of the day. So
Livingston play Aberdeen on Wednesday. Do we cover that? Don't know.
they're playing who? Aberdeen.
Livy Aberdeen. That's potentially a big game. See how is that a deliberate handball by Tav?
Nah, it's not deliberate. It's too close. You need Tim to stay on the pitch, Gogs. I'm needing a goal here, man. See if he fucking scored that penalty, man.
I know.
Somebody contact Steven Gerrard, tell him to stick Tav up front for the last 5. No G virus, it won't be postponed because it's only one player, so they can definitely replace, I'd imagine.
God, yeah. 100%. Funnily enough, just to give an insight to how many people are actually a part of Pass the Mic, we have, 13 people in the group chat.
Yep.
And I usually get about 3 or 4 responses every time I put out who's coming on. So it's no easy trying to run a show, but it's good fun. When it comes off, it's a good fun.
I mean, we try to do our best just to do it, but
Yeah.
I think the ideal number is when we get 4 people on or something. It's just
we're
it's
definitely
a
at
perfect number.
about 4.
Because there's always just a flow chat. You get different input.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to find that I'm at my best as well when I'm feeding off what other people are saying. I'm not very good at leading a conversation, but I think I can dip in it. But yep, Joseph, we consider the people in the comments just as much a part of it as anybody else. But
everyone who watches is part of Pass the Mic.
Exactly.
Because if it wasn't for you guys, we probably wouldn't be doing it.
We'd be spouting shite today there. We'd been able to there, do you know what I mean? So.
Exactly.
Same with the wee aliens for Toy Story, we are eternally grateful.
You've saved our life.
Fucking.
We are eternally grateful.
Fucking Rangers are just keeping the ball in the corner now. I don't believe this, man.
3-1 Living. 91st minute.
I do not believe this.
I hope it's 3-1 Thomas. Because he's
just had a wee bit of floodlight failure, so he's got to deal with that for the rest of the stream. Just out of battery. So.
Can I pass a football but can pass a mic? Yeah, there you go. Jack Hamilton with the goal for Livy.
Oh, I'm having Spanish chicken, Roscoe, with some turkeys. Just ask for what's for dinner.
I don't know what I'm having for dinner. Don't know.
Aberdeen going for it now, taking off Ash Taylor, bringing on Ryan Edmondson.
Oh. Bless you!
Jesus, man.
That was a belter, man.
That was an absolute peach. I'm so ready to meet James Tavernier.
Better out than in, mate. There you go. So Aberdeen 1, Rangers 2, Livingston 3, Ross County 1. Don't think that was ever in doubt anyway. I think Livingston were always going to win that game.
I didn't Aberdeen get a penalty or something last minute.
So we've got a minute plus stoppage. I reckon there'll be about 3 minutes added on. Jack Hamilton just came back on loan from East Fife. I remember that. Because he scored quite a few goals at East Fife, I'm pretty sure.
Here's hoping, John, because that means it won the Bells.
Yeah, I know.
Aye, it's an Xbox mic that I've got one. It's just.
He looks
I
like
need to sort something out on my desk because I've got an actual mic there, but I just need to do some DIY on the desk to get it sorted. Just not good into it yet.
Because you look like you're about to land a plane, mate. Finished 3-1 at Livingston. I'm happy to see that. I mean, I'd rather see Livingston qualify for Europe than Hibs or Aberdeen. How class would that be?
Niall, I'm not a fucking parrot. Or
Stevie's
a puppet, should I say.
You get
And I find that a bit worrying that you get a buzz with me saying that.
That is a very strange turn on. I get a buzz when you say drive safely impression at the end.
It's actually putting me on edge to say it at the end.
Oh man. Drive safely.
And Niall's just sitting there all aroused, like, to find you in bed with me.
Oh god.
One last chance for Aberdeen to launch it forward here.
Only 2 minutes already? It's definitely last minute then. Jack Hamilton scored about 9 or 10 goals for East Fife. There we go, East Fife fan saying so in the comments. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it over for Aberdeen, I think.
Yep.
Oh!
Thank you, James Tavernier, you prick. Honestly, man. One penalty away from 300 quid.
Just as well. Yeah, just as well didn't happen when it was 2-1.
Fucking hell, man. I know. Oh, I know. That's true.
But yeah, full time, and Pittodrie finished Aberdeen 1, Rangers 2, and in the other game, in the bigger game today that we didn't cover, Livingston beat Ross County 3-1. So 2 very interesting matches, 7 goals between the 2 games. Thanks everyone for coming in. Martindale has turned Livingston around. They've now gone 8 wins, in a row, which is even better than just what I was going to say previous. So next up, tomorrow will be Celtic versus Hibs. Myself and Stevie will be on for that, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, once again, thank you very much to Stevie for coming on.
No worries, mate.
You can find Stevie at A Different View on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe to him. He's just hit 400 subscribers. And as for us, please subscribe to the Goggs89 channel. We're so close to 9,200, which is the population of the town that I live in. And yeah, anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Drive safe.
Drive safely. Just for you now. There you go.